Does anyone else feel like you've been squeezed through a birth canal, or you're being squeezed through a birth canal right now? Well, you are not alone. We are in the portal of transformation of the Taurus Lunar Eclipse. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you are somewhere where you watched the lunar eclipse, whether you're here with me live or on the replay, let me know you saw it. Send me your pictures. I want to see it. I'm over here in the sunny and cold southern Oregon, and the lunar eclipse just happened a couple hours ago in the middle of our day. So I know somewhere the moon was out shining, and if you are in that place and you got a picture, please share it. So we are going to go deep today, friends, and I haven't done an actual direct to Facebook Live in a long time, so I'm set up here with my sweet little altar, preparing to do a beautiful ritual activation with you that has come through my portal of rebirthing that I am in the midst of. And I really feel like, let me know in the comments what this experience of this most recent eclipse portal has been like for you. For me, if I look back at the time since we had the beautiful solar eclipse, I was able to see that annular eclipse, and it was gorgeous. I do have pictures on my page. And that annular eclipse in Libra, the new moon, and this Taurus lunar eclipse, this particular eclipse portal has like really called me deep. I have been blessed to be journeying with a group of fellow water bearers, fellow being healers, bringing their gifts to the world, willing to go deep and purify our vessels so that we can show up on our soul missions, fully embodied in our leadership. And that's what I would like to offer you a taste of here today, because we are being called to something greater, friends. There is chaos around the world, and you can go ahead and get sucked into the story of the media, the story that they're telling us. You can go ahead and stay stuck in the story of your trauma that has happened in your life, in your past lives. But if you're actually really going to step into your embodied leadership, it's time to let that shit go. It's time to focus on really alchemizing all of those things through this beautiful human vessel that we've been gifted. And so I have a longer version of this story on my page if you want to go read it, or maybe you already have. But just a couple days ago, I had, after, like I said, this whole time of this eclipse portal, after really going deep and asking myself to shed the layers and physically doing water fasting and dry fasting and cleansing and purifying, and I'm still in the midst of this process. After really going deep this way, I experienced a release of my attachment to my childhood trauma story. And this doesn't change what happened in my past, but it changes the way that I connect to it in such a beautiful way. It's hard to put words to. So, thank you, Betty. Aw, I feel radiant and renewed. So being in this birth canal was very painful, and I am emerging now from this birth canal, and I'm now in the integration phase of reintegrating foods and being super mindful and intuitive, and I'm so in touch with my body and so embodied in my mission right now that I just felt like I wanted to come on here and share some of that magic with you. And we are just coming out of this massive eclipse portal. So I'd love to hear some of your experiences. What have you been going through over the last lunar cycle, from the last new moon to the full moon? So that's like the last 2 weeks from now, where we're sitting here today, just emerging from this massive eclipse energy here. And really inviting that pausing and taking a breath and slowing down when you feel yourself getting ahead of yourself, like I did just now. And I have a really powerful breathwork and vocal toning activation to share with you. Make sure you have water. We're going to pray with water, because water is life. You are at least 70% water, or about 70% water, depending on how well hydrated you stay. But even what I learned is, even when we're dry fasting, we have so much water. That's why we can continue to live without food and water for a few days, without food for much longer. Water is the primary nutrient after the breath. Breath is really the primary nutrient. So we're going to partake of the most important primary nutrients. And I will be, of course, drinking my magical electrolyzed reduced water that is carrying a living vibration by being ionized. And I invite you to grab a glass of the purest water that you have on hand, and grab whatever crystal you're intuitively guided to grab. I wanted to bring you into my altar space that I've been praying with over the last 2 weeks. These are some of my most precious altar pieces, and this altar was designed really to invite my full power forward. So that's what I'm inviting for you here. And I can feel in myself there's still a little bit of stickiness there in the solar plexus. And so I'm really inviting in the full power, and I'm bringing my dragon stone. And I'm going to invite you all to join me in this really magical space of transformation, of transmutation that is available in the Taurus Lunar Eclipse energy that we're still within. Even if you're on the replay a day or two later, you can still tap into this energy, because actually eclipse portals last a lot longer than we think. So this eclipse portal will actually be open until the next eclipse. And I'm not sure about, I know the next big solar eclipse here is in April, but I'm sure there might be another eclipse in the middle. I forgot to look that up for you all, but I'm sure you can find that on Google. So, yeah. What else would I like to say here before we begin? I guess just that this Taurus full moon has a really grounding energy, and yet when it merges with the solar energy of the eclipse, when it goes into the shadow, rather, it is really bringing forth that deep well under the earth, that like core of magna that bubbles up. And there's a purification that happens with all eclipse. All eclipses have a certain element of purification and transmutation. And so I'm really feeling a powerful phoenix rising energy as well. And so that's why I brought my epitolite dragon stone to work with us today. This stone literally called to me, and it took me a while to listen. I purchased it from a friend in a bag of gifts that I was giving away, and it just wouldn't let me give it away because when it finally showed me its face and I knew it was a dragon, then I knew why. But I will go ahead and take us into this activation because, yeah. Oh, I remember what else I wanted to say. So when we choose to free our voice, when we choose to really embody who we truly are and step into a role of leadership, which always starts with self-leadership, right? So we can't lead others unless we lead ourselves first. So whenever we choose to free our voice and step into a role of leadership, we're being asked to go within and find whatever inside is out of balance and really address that, because we have to lead ourselves into that space of embodied leadership before we're going to have our soul tribe showing up for us. So this is what I am doing, and this is what I'm inviting you into here with this practice today. So let's start our ritual with the water blessing. So grab your glass of water, hold it between your hands, and take a deep breath all the way down into your belly, all the way filling up to your collarbones. Hold at the top, and then exhale soft and slow all the way out. Relaxing the body and tuning in to the water in your glass. So you may even want to gaze into the water. And take this moment right now as we call in the guides that are present. Call in your guides. Call in that beautiful lunar and solar energy uniting when the sun and moon are in opposition. Their energy creates like a rubber band, and it's like you can use this rubber band to pull you forward. So calling in that dynamic energy that is right now between the sun and the moon in opposition in Taurus and Libra. I mean Taurus and Scorpio. Why did I say Libra? The sun is in Scorpio now. Woohoo! So calling in that Scorpio energy of the phoenix rising, the protector who arises suddenly within you to hold you in safety and security, calling in that deep well of emotions, as well as the grounding stability of Taurus, the love of beauty, the love of luxury and sensuality, feeling those energies merge in the sensuality. There's a very strong vibe of sensuality between the Taurus-Scorpio axis. Calling in the deep waters and asking for the presence of Mother, Father, God, Goddess, angelic beings of light, the tree people, the Mother Earth, that deep well of fire underwater, the elementals, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, all of these dynamic representatives of the dualistic nature of life. And as we're surrounded by these guardians of light, to gaze into the water and visualize your intention for your life. What does your embodied leadership look like? What is your highest vision for you? And then visualizing the molecules of the water reaching out to each other, joining hands and dancing. And put that vibration as if there were a spiral in your water. Put that vibration of your embodied leadership intention into the water. See it restructuring your water to call in exactly those mentors that you need, exactly those divine soul avatar clients and teammates that you need to bring this vision into reality. Take a deep breath here again. Hold at the top. Exhale. And take a drink of your water. My phone just told me that it's 15%, so we're going to move a pace now. So bring your hands to your belly. We're going to do some powerful breath work, and before we do, we're just going to touch into deep, natural breath. Whenever you do breath work, always default to that natural breath. And if you have a crystal that you're holding, you can place it on your belly or any place on your body that you feel called, but just tune into your breath for a moment. And while you're breathing these slow, deep belly breaths, scan your awareness through your body, from the crown of your head down to the soles of your feet and everything in between. And you're just looking for stuck places. These stuck places may represent those trauma patterns, those old stories. They may just be tension in the body, but where we hold tension is giving us information to where we're not allowing ourselves to be fully expressed. So bringing our awareness while we take deep, slow breaths to any place in the body that feels sticky, that feels like it's not moving as easily as the other parts of the body. Whatever part calls to you, excuse me, whatever part calls to you, that's the one. I'm feeling it today right under my right shoulder blade. So you can touch that place if you can reach it, and just let that place know that you see it, you feel it, and you're going to work with it right now with the breath to free that blockage. So take a little movement into that place, whatever part of your body it is. Just move it however feels right to you to just wake that up. And then we're going to take some power breaths, some deep circular breaths. So when we talk about circular breaths, that means as soon as we get to the top of the inhale, we're exhaling. As soon as we get to the end of the exhale, we're inhaling. And we're going to go in and out through the nose. If you need to exhale through the mouth, or even if you need to inhale through the mouth, that's okay. I usually do this in and out through the nose if possible. And you're going to feel it lift your chest. So it's just as deep of a breath as these slow, deep belly breaths, but it's filling up the chest with power. So we'll do this. We'll just do 9 of these to start, just tuning in to breathing both into your chest and into whatever area of your body called you to give it attention. Letting the breath move you. Letting the breath move that part that needs to move. We'll do 5 more. 3 more. 1 more. Hold at the top. Swallow saliva and drop your shoulders and drop the breath into that place that was calling for your attention, and just subtly moving to let it release as you slowly exhale, as soft and slow as you can, so that even the dust doesn't move in front of you. And when you reach the end of your exhale, return to slow, deep belly breath. Keep focusing on that place that's calling your attention. We're going to do this 3 more times. This time I'll count you in on 3. 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Inhale. Out. 2. Letting the breath move you rather than moving the body with the breath. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Hold at the top. Take it a little more. Swallow saliva, relax the body, and drop that breath right into that place of tension or holding, of stuck trauma in the body, and just move intuitively into that space, whatever feels right to you. As you exhale, slowly, as slow as you can, and relax. Return to slow, deep belly breath. Just feeling that vibration continue, tuning in. Does this same spot need more attention, or is there another one speaking louder now? And we'll go again on 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale back. Out. 2. Out. 3. Out. Number 4. Out. And 5. 6. Breathing. Letting the breath move you. Moving into that place that needs your attention, that needs your love. 2 more. Last one. Hold at the top. Swallow saliva, relax the body, drop that breath right into the place that's calling to be free. And relax into it, softly exhaling. And return to slow, deep belly breath. Relaxing, feeling, allowing yourself to heal. And let's take a moment here to notice what is unraveling within you. Perhaps you're noticing a little bit of softening. Maybe the pain is gone. Maybe something is rising to the surface to be healed. Notice any thoughts or stories that come to mind, any memories that are triggered by this exercise. These are wonderful places to do some journaling when we're done with our ritual here. If you have your journal nearby, now is a wonderful time to journal anything that's coming up into this space to be healed right now. And then to integrate, because I'm very wary of the time, to integrate here, we're going to do some vocal toning. So the first one is for the crown, which is, it's like touching the back of your tongue to the roof of your hand, like you're going to say tongue. That's the sound, but tone it to vibrate in your crown. So rather than trying to match my tone, find the vibration in your crown. We'll do that one more time. Then moving our hands down to the third eye center. And this sound is E. And then moving to the throat. The heart is ah. Solar plexus. Oh, and your tone will likely need to get lower the lower down your body you go to feel it vibrate in that location. Oh, and then as we get down into the navel sacral chakra, ooh, and then all the way down to the root, the perineum. So we're going to put all that together. So just follow along the best you can. And the more you practice this, the deeper you go into clearing the layers and reattuning your vibration to your soul vibration. So let's try it. Again. One more. My voice kind of got stuck in the throat that time, so that tells me that I need to work on that one before I'll be able to access the deeper layers of the deeper ones below. So let's do it one more time, And wherever you felt like it was a little sticky for you, do a little light tapping with your fingertips. Clearing it out. And now let's try going backwards. Kind of sounds like a cow at the beginning. That time I noticed I got stuck around my solar plexus. The O didn't really come out. So the solar plexus I like to massage rather than tapping sometimes. So I'm just getting in with 2 fingers and doing some of this. So whichever one you felt was sticky, take a moment to just let it out. And we'll do one more, and then we're going to go down, up, down, and up 3 times. Oh, see, I brought this practice to you all because I realized I haven't been doing it enough. So remember, we're in this together. And let's come back into that breath and scan the body one more time, recognizing what has arisen to be healed, what has been disentangled. How have you begun to disentangle yourself from the stories that are keeping you stuck? If you're just arriving now, go back to the beginning and watch the replay. And I am so excited to spend more time with you doing these healing practices here in the online space. And if you're feeling called to explore more deeply how you can really step into your embodied leadership, I have opened 5 slots for Embodied Leadership Breakthrough calls. And this is a completely free 20-minute call where we will just dive deep into what are the stories that need to be disentangled, what are the patterns that need to be shifted, what are the tips that I can give you to help you on that path of self-leadership into the embodied leadership that when we join together as embodied leaders, we really get to change the world and co-create the world we want to live in. So that's what I'm here for. I think that's what you're here for if you're watching this. So if you are feeling called to drop in with me for, I think I said 20 minutes, but it's a 30-minute session. Either way, 20 or 30 minutes with me. Drop embodied in the comments or send me a message and I'll hook you up with that link. I hope you're having an amazing, blessed eclipse Saturday, and I look forward to seeing you next time.